the Hollow Eye Woods. You ever wonder why no one camps near Deadman's Ridge anymore? The woods out there are too quiet, too still, as if the trees themselves are holding their breath. My name's Daniel McCree, and I ain't got much time left. My lungs are full of gravel, my bones ache like they're rusting from the inside out. But before I die, my grandson deserves to know the truth. This ain't some campfire tale. It happened. To me, to Rob, Mia, Cassie, and Eli. I was 19. Dumb, cocky, thought I knew the world. We all did. We drove up in Rob's rust bucket Jeep, windows down, laughing like idiots, bumping old school hip-hop on cassette. The cabin was an abandoned ranger outpost, tucked in a bowl of pine and birch about a mile from an old logging village. Folks said the place was cursed. Of course, we didn't believe in all that. We should have. The first night, Eli wandered out to take a leak. We heard him scream, high-pitched and sharp like a rabbit getting snatched by a hawk. By the time we got outside, he was gone. Not a drop of blood, no drag marks, just his boots, side by side in the dirt like he evaporated. We thought maybe a bear got him. Mia was hysterical. Cassie quiet as ever. Rob tried to be tough, but I saw his hands shaking. We searched until dawn, found nothing. Next morning, nailed to a tree behind the cabin, was Eli. What was left of him? His face had been peeled off and stitched back upside down. His heart was gone. And pinned next to him, a rusted old sickle. A sackcloth mask with a single eye hole hung from a broken branch, like a calling card. That's when the whispering started. We'd hear it at night, from the woods. Always just out of reach, just out of sight. Rob wanted to bail. I did too. But Mia refused to leave without answers. Cassie? She started mumbling in her sleep, talking to someone who wasn't there. Then we saw him. Tall, thin, moved like smoke. His face was covered by a burlap sack with one ragged eye hole. He didn't run, didn't lunge, just stood there, watching us from across the clearing, sickle dragging behind him like a leash. Rob grabbed a bat and charged. Idiot! The killer didn't even flinch. He sidestepped the swing, buried that sickle in Rob's ribs and twisted. Blood sprayed like a busted fire hydrant. Mia screamed. Cassie froze. I dragged them both inside. We barred the door. But the killer didn't come. That night, a freak snowstorm hit. Middle of June. Sky turned black. The trees groaned under the sudden weight. Cassie started convulsing, mumbling about teeth in the trees and eyes in the ice. Then she bolted. I chased her, barefoot, shirtless, freezing. That's when I saw the second monster, not the sickle man. This thing towered above me. Antlers cracked the canopy. Its skin was stretched tight over yellow bone, eyes like burning coal. It didn't walk, it floated, gliding between trunks like smoke. Cassie ran straight into it. It didn't hesitate, grabbed her by the head and bit down, like snapping a cantaloupe in half. Blood sprayed across the snow like black ink. Then it screeched, a sound like radio static and children screaming. I ran, fast as I could, back to the cabin. Mia was inside, crying, clutching Rob's bat. The sickle man kicked down the door. She swung, broke the bat on his shoulder. He didn't even flinch. Swung his sickle and nearly cleaved her in two. I tackled him, managed to yank off his mask. There was nothing underneath. No face, just black, pulsing flesh, like an open wound breathing. I screamed. He headbutted me, hard. That's when it arrived. The Wendigo. The air dropped 20 degrees in a blink. The door blew off its hinges. The Wendigo slammed into the sickle man like a freight train, dragging him outside. They fought. The Wendigo's claws tore into the killer's back, but he kept swinging, sickle slashing deep, slicing across ribs and limbs. The forest echoed with howls and grunts and the sound of meat hitting meat. The Wendigo lifted him, impaled him on a tree branch like a shish kebab. Sackman kept fighting. He pulled himself free, swung again, took one of the Wendigo's fingers clean off. The beast roared, then bit down on the killer's head. Crunch. Silence. Then the Wendigo turned, saw me. I thought I was dead, but it just stared, then vanished into the trees. Snow melted instantly. I buried Mia. I crawled down the mountain. They never believed me. Until now. My grandson's eyes are wide. He's pale. I can see the truth finally sink in. I was the only one who came back, I rasp. And that sickle, it showed up on my porch 3 nights later. He doesn't say anything, but later that night, I hear him talking to his friends on the phone. He's going to Deadman's Ridge to see if it's real. God help them all. Thanks for watching another chilling tale here on Cryptid Encounter Stories. If you enjoyed the story, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you're hungry for more supernatural thriller, be sure to grab a copy of Fall of the Order, available now in ebook, audiobook, and paperback. Until next time, stay safe and stay in the light.